Hi guys, Eddie O'Neill, coach here. Just a short little video here on the subject of self-acceptance or self-love, as some people call it. It comes up quite a lot in my coaching, and it's something that people really struggle with quite a lot. And it's really very important to understand what it is and how to navigate this thing about loving yourself. Some people think it's selfish, but it's not selfish. It's a must. You have to accept yourself and love yourself for who you are, what you do, what you don't do, what you can do, what you can't do, and so on. In order to be you, okay, and to to show that and express that in your life. We need a few tips on how to love yourself, how to encourage self-acceptance and so on. And I would say probably the first thing is to kind of embrace your imperfections. And this is really important. We all have our imperfections and the things we're bad at, things we just can't do properly, and better off leaving it to other people. Nobody's perfect, and don't ever try to strive for absolute perfection. I don't really believe there's perfection in anything, really, absolute perfection in anything. We're always learning, and getting closer and closer to something. But the closer we get, the more we discover we have to learn. So don't beat yourself up over things that you really know you're not very good at. So understand that. And if it's to do with your life or your business, like maybe there's horses for courses. Maybe contact somebody else who could do it for you or help you do it. Embrace your imperfections. Admit what you're not very good at, and accept it, and don't be afraid to live with it. It's really important. Another point is to have boundaries, set boundaries. Get rid of people who are negative, or at least negative to you in a certain way, people or situations, whatever. You need boundaries so that you can keep things and people at a distance, okay? Because there are people, and I'm sure you'll agree with me, there are people in your life who they need to be part of your life, but you don't need them in your life necessarily on top of you. Have a boundary. Only let people so close, or certain people so close. And the same with situations. Set boundaries with situations as well. And stick by them. And don't be afraid to let people know what they are, if necessary, if you need to do so. Very, very important. These are all important things to help you love and accept yourself. And in turn, it will get people to accept you also. Now, also, of course, in order to love yourself and to accept yourself, You've got to give yourself positive, positive feedback all the time. Talk to yourself positively. No negative talk. All positive talk. Concentrate on your skills, what you can do, what you're good at. Concentrate on them. Get all positive stuff into your head all the time. Don't allow negative stuff to enter your head, because that's one of the biggest killers of self-confidence. When you keep telling yourself, I'm not good at this, I'm not good at that, I can't do this, I can't do that. You know what you can do and what you can't do. Accept what you cannot do, but praise yourself for what you can do. And keep reminding yourself of what you can do positively all the time. Don't let negative stuff enter your head. Keep talking positively to yourself about your attributes, your knowledge, the things you're good at. If you don't do this, you'll never have self-acceptance, self-love. Also, I'd have to say, you got to look after yourself, of course. That goes without saying. Physically, emotionally, psychologically, socially and spiritually. Look after yourself. Look after your body. Eat well, sleep well, exercise. Because if you start to dislike yourself physically in some way, if you think you're overweight or you're whatever, that's going to put a big dampener on your self-confidence, your self-acceptance, your self-love. So, look after yourself. It's as simple as that, putting it mildly. Look after yourself. Don't put yourself in situations where you're going to be in danger or whatever. Just, your health is your wealth, as they say. So, yeah, prioritize, self-care as much as you can. And that, in turn, will play a major part in self-acceptance, self-confidence, self-esteem, and so on. I suppose it's also, maybe finally, it's important to maybe celebrate your achievements. When you do well, celebrate in some little way. Don't be afraid to just give yourself a little tap on the shoulder. Buy yourself something that you've been wanting for a long time as a little reward, for achieving something. I know myself when I do workshops, when I'm coming home, many times in my van, I'd be driving home feeling really, really good about having done a really good workshop. And I said, that was good. Well done, Eddie. That was good. You've done a good job today. And I often put my hand across and I tap myself on the back. Never do it when there's anybody looking at me, but of course, I talk to myself. It's another positive way of rewarding myself for doing a good job and achieving something. So, anytime you achieve something that you've been trying to achieve, some kind of a challenge or a goal or something, reward yourself for it in some way. And the bigger the achievement, the bigger the reward. So that's about it. Just a few tips there on self-love, self-acceptance. Keep them in mind. Self-acceptance is just so important, because I think it's the foundation of everything. If you don't have self-love, self-acceptance, I don't think you can really take on any other, challenges in life. You can't you can't chase goals or anything. You'll keep coming back down again. And sometimes you'll be wondering why you're coming back down again. And that'll be the fundamental problem. The fundamental problem will be that you're suffering from the lack of self-love, self-acceptance. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you soon with another one. Thank you.